Now, listen, you guys, it seems like Joe Budden is out there getting dragged for supporting the Transformer. And we're also going to be talking about Bongo 2's documentary, as well as JT's makeup artist being caught in some drama. We're also going to be discussing about Chrisean Rock and Timberland, as well as Doechi going on the Joe Budden podcast, and Cousin Sloth and Miss Red are out there in the same song. And these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello tea lovers, and welcome to the tea blog. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, let us talk about Bongo 2 and her upcoming documentary. Now, you guys do know that Bongo 2 has got a documentary coming out, and it seems like people have got a lot of questions surrounding that documentary, and starting with people just basically saying, so your person who seeks opportunities for you, your person who bakes you up is out there hyping up your documentary, but at the same time stopping another person's documentary. It seems like you want to have that person's life. This person comes out with a documentary, announces a deluxe album, in you come with an announcement of a deluxe album and releasing your own documentary when your person is out there actively trying to stop another person, another woman, from speaking a truth. And people seem to be not interested with this documentary because they're like, listen, if it's the Tory Lane situation, we've heard your story 100 of times, although it has had different versions, and we don't care about your story right now because we've heard it, okay? What the other side that we haven't heard is obviously the Tory Lane's situation. So it seems like, well, people are like, regardless of what you bring there, we've heard your story on Gale in court, like in the court documents, we've heard your side of the story. But personally, my own is just with the fact that, well, the same people who are seeking these opportunities for her to share her truth are the same people blocking another woman from sharing her own truth. For me, that's just where the issue is. In as far as the contents of a documentary, honestly, that's her own fish to fry. That's her own truth to say. And if she has got some truth that she wants to share, that's up to her. But like the double standards for me, that's what gets me, honestly. And the entire thing of trying to relive another person's life and trying to move exactly in the same way that another person is moving, for me, that will always be corny. And there is no way that you can come out here and think you're on the same level with someone when you're out there waiting for their steps. But I know that Onika is laughing wherever she is, because listen, she announced the deluxe, changed the date, spoke about the documentary. This in comes Bongo 2 with the, oh my god, is very embarrassing. But anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about JT's makeup artist. It seems like JT's makeup artist is facing some heat out there after she cancelled an appointment with a bride the night before the wedding so that she can go and do JT's makeup. It seems like people are not having it. The bride in question made a TikTok video basically exposing this makeup artist, saying that, listen, you cancelled on me at 9:22 p.m. the night before my wedding to do a celebrity's makeup, now basically sabotaging my own wedding. For me, I feel like that's just inhuman. I get it. She wanted the pride of doing a celebrity's makeup, but like, at what cost, really? Where is humanity? Like, come on. Just because somebody is not a celebrity doesn't mean that they don't deserve respect. Like, where's the humanity in this? And another person came in to say that she has done the same thing to her as well. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. I hope JT stops working with somebody like that, because what's next? If she gets a bigger artist, what's to say that she's not going to drop JT to go and rush and do another person's makeup when JT has got an event? And it seems like she decided to come on Instagram and say that, oh well, I'm praying for the bride, don't waste your energy trying to get back at a child of God. A child of God? Where was the child of godness when you're out there canceling somebody else's, makeup the night before her wedding? Like, sometimes I think we need to leave God out of our nonsense, because I'm sure wherever he is, he's looking down saying, okay, I don't have anything to do with this. Okay, carry your own mess. Stop bringing me in this nonsense. Like, seriously. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that makeup artist and what she did to the bride. And the next thing that we are going to be talking about about? We're going to talk about Joe Budden, okay? So Joe Budden decided to take to his podcast, obviously, to discuss about the ongoing things between the Transformer and her husband. And obviously, what do you expect from Joey? Obviously, he was out there hyping up the Transformer. He started off by playing the clip of the Transformer rapping, and I was like, okay, rollout coming. Rollout is truly, truly coming, okay? And the way that Joey is able to switch tones, I'm just like, boy, are you getting some coins? Like, because that would be the only explanation as to why he would be out there still supporting and defending this girl after this girl accused him of doing substances that we cannot mention. And honestly, it's for this that sometimes I don't take Joe Budden seriously. And you could tell that his co-hosts were disagreeing with him. They were frowning at him, trying to hype up that mediocre track. They were all looking at him. And one of the co-hosts was like, okay, but when is the next single coming? That is all we're concerned with, because I mean, we have seen the gimmicks play out before. We just want the music, and Joe went off like, oh, stop it right there, oh, stop it, don't question it. And I was just looking at him like, Joey, do you realize how ridiculous you look right now? And he started doing that entire tantrum of his that he does, each time the co-hosts don't agree with his propaganda, the fueled takes, he goes on like a child who's playing with other kids. Like, did you guys have those kids growing up? Like, you're playing ball or something, and the ball doesn't really belong to you, it belongs to another child, and when the child is defeated, they like take their ball and they're like, I'm gonna go home, it's my ball after all. That's what Joey does when each time his co-hosts disagree with him. Like, he just does that thing where he's like, whoa, it's my platform. He doesn't say it, but he exits. And you could tell, like, the co-hosts were going against his propaganda and he was not having it. And so this guy was like, okay, if you're saying that, well, this music is inspired by everything that was transpiring yesterday, does it mean that she wrote the song yesterday? Personally, I don't believe so. I think that she had these songs and now she's trying to paint a picture in a marriage, in a life that goes along with the song so that the song can start to make any sense. Meanwhile, the whole time we are listening to Pattison Fontaine's trauma. We're listening to Pattison Fontaine's life story. Maybe this song is about a breakup with Bongo too. All this while it's about Megan and Tori, and they're trying to leave that to make it seem like it's about her and her husband. Imagine trying to restructure your life to fit Pattison Fontaine's traumas and triggers and pains. Oh my God. You know what? Let me just insert what Joe Budden had to say, and then I'll catch you after that.
Cuffed up too long. Let me remind you.
She was
It's way too easy. Good for nothing, low down, dirty dog. I'm convinced. Time you see your mama tell her how she raised side, cause it's hot out. You was playing games. You on timeout. Where them fine niggas? Trying to find niggas. I've been cuffed up too long. Let me remind you.
Yeah. Wait, hold up. Let me pause it, cause niggas ain't little T. Hold up. Let me pause it, cause niggas making faces. Go ahead.
I said when I first read this, I said was, when is the single dropping? Before I even heard that.
I'm sick of it.
Bro,
okay.
Stop
it.
It does seem like a good time to drop some music. But we can get to that.
No, I'm sick of y'all with that. What? Enough of that.
What?
Enough of that.
What?
I'm listening.
Because we've seen all the evidence in the world over the course of mad years to say that they are really going through.
Yeah, both could be true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both could be true.
I don't want to get stuck up on this. I
don't want to hear no rollout.
It's too easy of a cop out.
Yeah,
we can keep the
something better not drop then. Huh? Something better not drop.
Why not?
Hey, something was supposed to drop for 7 years.
That you heard the out. That's a record. That's
some of the best music you get from people going through their real life. This is a result,
including from her.
Think she made that last night?
No.
All right then.
But she's been going through some things for quite some time, and she's held it down thus far.
And every week she get on some platform and say, I'm working on music. I'm releasing my track list soon. It's coming. She's overdue. We know that part. We know all of that. Yeah. So at some point, music should come. And if you're channeling from this, then great. I want to hear that change in
Absolutely
content.
want to hear it.
I want to hear the change in content.
I want to hear this.
But I don't think that her album or her career Well, her career, yes, but we'll get to that part. I don't think that her music has anything. I think they going through real.
I believe it. I believe they're going through it, but I'm talking about the public side of it.
This nigga been in the house with me, playing around for years. Maybe I wasn't all the way sure of my worth. Maybe I just let him get it off because Libra. And shout out to Libras out there. Y'all are my favorite signs to spin around.
Oh, man.
Y'all are one of my favorite signs to spin. Y'all don't be knowing from shitty. No, and y'all so loyal to that's wrong. y'all have a devotion. But now what I will say is a Libra unlocked is, but now when they get tired, then they start Libra. They got a little that Scorpio, Gemini, Virgo. They're gonna teach you a lesson. Once it go bad, once it go bad,
yeah.
So now Offset been chicks that should not be able to breathe the same air as your wife. You've just on the level scale shouldn't ever be able to DM your wife with some of the shit that has endured here is like Chrisean Rock shouldn't be able to say, hey,
it's embarrassing.
Like,
yes,
enough now. Like, enough now. Enough now. Antoine?
I think it don't matter. I think that for bad fly out of this world chick, they gonna feel away.
Wait, are you talking about Cardi in this scenario?
No, about who you cheated with. About
who you cheated with. Okay.
Right? So
well, there you heard what the guys have to say, you guys. Let me know what you think about that. Do you think that Joe Budden is being objective, or do you think that, well, maybe there was some, some grisation that happened in the pockets? But as usual, Millie came out here and she was not having it, okay? And she was like, listen, look at the double standards. Like, a lot of men are seemingly now praising the transformer for lying down with another man whilst pregnant with another man's child. Like, but if it was somebody else who's not, ambiguous, we would have, heard her being called all sorts of names. And then she gave the example of, of Bongo 2, the way that Bongo 2 was dragged because of that entire Tory Lane situation. And honestly, she seemed to have a point there, because I've never seen that being praised, you guys. Like, literally, you are pregnant with another person's child, and the next thing, what? The next thing, people are saying you're doing the right thing because the man has been cheating on you. Like, it doesn't really make any sense. So that's what Milagro pointed out. And as usual, guess who came to the Transformers, defense? Obviously, Ken Barbie. And at this point, I'm just like, obviously, notifications are on for Milagro, just like the rest of us. But honestly, he's a fan at this point, because the quickness, you guys, when it comes to this man responding to Millie, I'm like, is this the PR that he brags about that he does? Because it seems like his PR is centered around what Milagro says about the Transformer, because that's the only PR thing, that's the only narrative that he tries to manage and things like that. So this is what it said. It said, how proudly pathetic do you have to be to sit up asking how come nobody's dragging her? You may as well just stamp hater right on your damn forehead. And I'm like, this person is doing commentary the same way that you do commentary, the same way that you try to highlight the flaws of the girls that you don't F with. Okay, that's the same way that people are highlighting, what they see is wrong with the industry and, the imbalance really when it comes to black women and those that are not. So, of course, Millie responded to that and said, if this is in relation to what I posted, then the point went over your head. I'm not asking anyone to drag her. And when I spoke about it, I didn't come from a place of judgment. The point is that the same people giving positive remarks about a situation are the same ones that tore down a black woman for hairs. I noted that it was interesting to see the way the two are regarded. Y'all sit up in defense mode and are rarely seeking to understand the point. And don't try to twist this into a fixation when it's an active topic like y'all do, okay? And I get it. That's the thing with this friend or the PR friend. I don't know what to call him at this point, because it doesn't give off PR manager if that's his position there. It gives lip dog, honestly, because I don't know anybody who handles PR the way like this by arguing with blogs up and down. I've not seen anybody who does PR like this, okay? And yeah, so let me know, you guys, in the comment section what you think about this. Do you think that this man had a point, or do you think that it is Milagro who actually had the point with this entire situation? And I do say the same thing, especially when it comes to the men. The standards are never the same, and it seems like she knows that the standards are not the same, because the way she dragged ATL Jacob, had it been another person who had done that, oh my God, it would have been something else. But I know that she continues to do this because she knows she can get away with anything. That's the thing. She knows she can get away with anything, and people will come to her defense before they even sneeze in the direction of a black woman who's getting mistreated. So she knows it, and she takes advantage of it. That's why she's able to get away with all of these things. But anyway, I guess life is not fair at the end of the day. Ish happens. And the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Chrisean Rock. Oh my goodness. It seems like things might actually be looking up for Chrisean again after, of course, the release from jail. So Timberland seems to be working on an instrumental for Chrisean Rock's song that she previewed. And I'm just like, if you get to work with, with Timberland, I mean, that's such a huge deal. That's such a huge flex. And I'll say that, well, the snippet that he did share, for me, like, everything just sounds a lot better. It's like a Christian song. And I will say that I do feel like, listen, don't judge me. I know that some of you are going to come for me in the comment section, but I do feel like, to a certain extent, Chrisean is talented, you guys, to a certain extent. When It's a Vibe came out, I was out there. I was happy with it. Like, I felt like it was a vibe. The song was not bad. So, I mean, with the right producers, I could see Chrisean Rock actually doing well in this music thing. Of course, she's not going to be having crazy vocals like that, but I think with a good producer, some good autotune, she can really make some bobs, But anyway, let me know, you guys, in the comment section what you think about Timberland working with Chrisean Rock on a gospel track. Is it something that you saw coming in 2024? Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Doechi. Oh my God, Doechi went to the Joe Budden podcast and they were talking about a lot of things. And of course, she was saying that there are a lot of men that still date women and they're not straight, and that she herself has been with such a person. And of course, Joe was surprised by that, as any person would be. And people started coming for Joe, saying, well, look at Joe acting fake surprised and things like that. And I'm just like, guys, don't play with Joey like that. Oh my goodness, you guys are so mean, let me try and say the conversation, you guys, and let me know what you think about that. Do you think that Joe was acting fake surprised? I'm just like, leave that man alone, you guys. Like, honestly, when it comes to that, leave the men alone. I don't even know who came out with the entire thing that, well, he is fluid, when he has never admitted to that himself. Oh my God. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we are going to talk about Cousin Sloth and Miss Red. Well, they posted up together with Bossy, and of course, people are like, it seems like they are working together, and people are very excited to see the collaboration between Miss Red and Cousin Sloth. Now, personally, I'd love to see this, okay? I'd love to see that. I love Miss Red, and I also do love, love is a stretch, Cousin Sloth. I appreciate Cousin Sloth. I love Sexy Red's personality. Her music, the content is not my cup of tea, but I love the fact that she seems to be out there just having fun and just being unbothered and just staying in her lane. I love that about her. In as far as the lyrical content of her music, it's not my cup of tea. With Cousin Sloth, I will say that lately she's been moving more strategic, and lately she's been also about her business, and how she managed to rise up from that time when she sort of fell off. I will always respect her for that. Okay, so yeah, I can't wait to see what the two of them have in store for us. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about, still talking about Cousin Sloth. Now, you guys do know that there's some time back that Cousin Sloth got curved, and by Damian Lillard, and she tried to shoot her shot, and she said, who ninja this is, because I want him. And then she also said, whoever she is can't whoop me, so I really don't give an F. Okay, it seems like the man in question now is being asked about Cousin Sloth, and he did say nothing is going on, and allegedly this man is actually married. So I mean, I could see why he's a little bit tense about being asked that question, because I mean, what do you mean? I feel like Cousin Sloth was way out of line to begin with for saying what she said about this man, knowing very much that, well, he is carved up. Okay, but anyway, that's just my my opinion. And the next thing that we're going to talk about, the Transformer is out there revealing that, well, she had some surgeries whilst carrying, okay? And according to her, she's saying she didn't know that that was the situation. It's a lot of things that she did talk about, and people were kind of giving her the side eye, like, what do you mean? Okay, and I guess this is what she means when she says she spills her own tea, because I was just listening to some of those things, and I was like, that's rather interesting. So I will try and insert what she had to say, and then in as far as commenting on that, I think I will do that in the next video. I'll comment on that video in the next video, because this video will otherwise become too long. So yeah, do watch that, you guys. And then I don't think that after I said that I'm gonna be coming back, so allow me to say my goodbyes, and also allow me to apologize, you guys, if you hear any background news. I have traveled, like I told you, so it's not my usual place. But I mean, if you've been here for a long time, you've been here when we were recording on our way to work in the car, and you would hear cars hooting, and you guys still stuck by me even during that time. So I do know that if you're a day one, you would probably understand that sometimes tea has to be served regardless of where somebody is. I mean, you guys listen to me giving you tea, like the tea in a bathroom at work, like on my way to work in the car. So I'm sure you will understand this, okay? If you hear a little bit of giggling, a little bit of crying in the background, Matipa is around, Hallie is around. You guys know them from that other time. I think there was a period that you guys would hear them in the background. So yeah, they're back, okay? They're basically also co-starring in these shows. So please, you guys, forgive me if you had little tiny voices in the background. I'm not at home. I travel to see family. So yeah, just bear with me with that. But that being said, so after you watch that, you guys, do not forget to subscribe, do not forget to comment, and hopefully the next time that I will come back here, I'll be back at home and I'll be serving you tea just the way that I do. And until my next one, see you.